Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV by Babagede Imo TV. I am Mourning Rabila Lawa. First are the major headlines for the national news. Muhammad Buhari mourns demise of Queen Elizabeth. FG to varsities approach philanthropists for funding. Amotekun Corps invade criminal hideout in Ekiti, arrest 19 suspects. DSS told to go after Sheikh Gunmi after Tukur'S arrest. And finally, on sports, Tobi Amusan wins Diamond League trophy. The news in detail. President Muhammad Buhari says he has received with immense sadness news of the passing of Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom. In a statement late on Thursday evening, the president mourned the dead monarch and commiserated with the royal family. My family and I and more than 200 million Nigerians have learned that with immense sadness of the passing of the Queen and the end of a unique and wonderful 70-year reign. Our late Majesty was the only British sovereign known to 90% of our population. Our thoughts and sincere condolences are with the royal family and the people of the United Kingdom and the entire Commonwealth as we join the entire world in mourning our loss. The story of modern Nigeria will never be complete without a chapter on Queen Elizabeth II, a towering global personality and an outstanding leader. She dedicated her life to making our nation, the Commonwealth, and the entire world a better place, the president stated. He also welcomed Your Majesty's accession to the throne in line with tradition and prayed that King Charles III's reign will witness the continuing robust and sisterly relationship between the two countries. Moving on, ASU strike. The federal government Thursday urged governing councils of universities to seek support of philanthropic organizations and individuals for additional funding of projects. The Minister of Education, Adamu, gave the advice in Abuja yesterday while inaugurating the governing councils of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Omodike, Joseph Sarwa Takua University of Agriculture, Makotli, and the Federal University of Agriculture, Zuru. Coming from the story, Adamu, represented by the Minister for States or for Education, Goodluck Opia, cited trying economic times and government desire to bring in more private sector participation in tertiary institutions, asking the councils to come up with ideas that would generate more revenue outside government allocations. To this end, the council should look outwards and enlist the support of philanthropic organizations and individuals for additional fundings of projects in the institutions. In addition, the councils can explore other sources of revenue through endowments, he said. He asked the councils to play their roles and, with skills of efficiency, provide a type of leadership that would stimulate rapid growth of the universities and make them more competitive and attractive. Moving on to the next story concerning insecurity from the Amotekun Corps. The Ekiti State Command of the Western Nigeria Security Network Command and codenamed Amotekun on Thursday invaded criminal hideout in Ado Ekiti, the state capital, and arrested 19 suspects. While addressing newsmen, the commandant of the Amotekun in the state, retired Brigadier General Joe Komolafe, disclosed that the suspected burglars were those terrorizing some communities in the state, stressing that the swindlers specialize in defrauding residents. He noted that after necessary investigations, the suspect will be handed over to the police for prosecution and investigation. Some items recovered from the suspect include generating set, iron rod, water pumping machine, among others. Komolafe, however, promised that officers of Amotekun would continue to work hard to reduce crime in the state and sought for information from members of the public regarding the hideout of criminals within the states. Moving on to the next story. A former aviation minister, Femi Fani-Kayode, on Thursday said the arrest and subsequent detention of terrorist negotiator Tukur'S is the biggest breakthrough in Nigeria's force against Boko Haram, B8, and ISWAP insurgents. Politics Nigeria report that the Department of State Services, DSS, on Wednesday arrested Tukur'S, publisher of Desert Era, at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano. Mamu, who is a media consultant to Ahmed Gunmi, the popular Islamic cleric, was at the forefront of negotiations for the release of the Kaduna fleeing captives. Mahmoud was earlier detained at the Cairo International Airport in Egypt while he was on his way to Saudi Arabia for lesser Hajj. The DSS, through his spokesperson, Peter Afunaya, and said Mahmoud was arrested following a request by the Nigerian military to answer some questions relating to security in Nigeria. So the concluding part of the national story is a victory again for Tobi Amusan. Tobi Amusan of Nigeria won the women's 100-meter hurdles at the Diamond League in Zurich on Thursday. She finished in 12.29 seconds to successfully defend her Diamond League title. The Jones of the United States finished second at 12.40 seconds, while Brittany Anderson of Jamaica finished third. Amusan also established an African record, 12.29. Tobi Amusan defends her #Diamond League title in the women's 100-meter with a new meeting record, the Diamond League stated. In July, she became the fourth Nigerian to win a World Athletic Championship gold. She was victorious in the women's 100-meter hurdles in Eugene, Oregon, with a remarkable 12.06 seconds. During the semi-final of the event, Amusan clocked 12.12 seconds to smash the world record at Hayward Field. She also completed second in the women's 100-meter hurdles at the Athletsima Diamond League meeting in Lucerne, Switzerland. That concludes the national news from BGI TV. Before we go, some quick headlines. Muhammad Buhari mourns the demise of Queen Elizabeth. We also brought to you from FG to Varsities, approach philanthropists for funding. Also, victory for Amotekun Corps. Amotekun Corps invade criminal hideout in Ekiti State and arrested 19 suspects. And on sports, Tobi Amusan wins Diamond League trophy. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is Babagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placement only. Jumat Mufida to all faithful Muslims all around the world. I am Mawiri Rebila Lawal. Good afternoon.